Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Talk to Me Podcast. We have a special guest here today. You want to introduce yourself, my guy?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nickkbrookss, Day One Nick. Straight out of Jersey, man.
Straight Jersey. You know, we're showing love with the Jersey. I do want to give a disclaimer. We were supposed to have an episode out way sooner than this, but things happen. We're gonna reshoot that. But nevertheless, we are here today, and we got a great guest, a musical guest. So we get to see the creative process of someone in the music business. So my first question is not even in the music realm. How was it playing basketball for Rutgers?
Man,
get straight to it.
I tell everybody, man, my 3 years at RU was the best 3 years of my life, bro. The amount of people I got to meet, the amount of stuff that I got to do, I got to travel all over, not even the country, the whole world. I got to go out of the country. I got to meet so many famous people, so many powerful people that I would have never, somebody who you might see walking down the street, whole time they got $50 million to their name and you would never even guess.
Yeah.
It was something that I'll never forget, and obviously I'd like to reflect back on as much as I can, but that was probably one of the best decisions I made in my life going to Rutgers.
I feel that. So in terms of you being going to Rutgers, what was your recruitment process like? What made you pick Rutgers opposed to another school that was looking at you?
It's crazy because I live in Somerset. I still live in Somerset, New Jersey to this day. Rutgers is literally 22 minutes from my parents' crib, bro.
Oh, fine.
I walk outside my front door, do 3 cartwheels, I'm at Rutgers. I swear, bro. So my whole life, I always turn my nose up at that shit. I was like, yo, I ain't trying to go to Rutgers. It's right there across the street. Man, I had to go. Sometimes you gotta go far away to appreciate what's right here in front of you at home, bro.
That's a fact.
I went to school in West Virginia for my first 2 years of college. And me being from Jersey, me being used to there being a lot going on. When I went to West Virginia, bro, it was night and day. It's in the middle of nowhere. Ain't nothing to do but for me to go to class and hoop, bro.
I was about to say, you just forced to work.
Man, what? Ain't no mall, no club, granted I was 18, 19, 20 at the time, so I couldn't get no club anyway. But it was one bar in the whole town and a Walmart. So I remember my second year there, which was my last year, I had told my mom before the season even started, I was like, Mom, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta get out of here. And not even what's crazy is because I've met so many great people there. It's just me and the school didn't fit. But I have so many friends and I still talk to this day. That was from 2017 to 2018, bro. And those dudes who I went to school with there who I still keep in touch with to this day. I was just on the phone with my man in the car. It was one of my best friends. He was my teammate down there. He was actually my host on my visit. And so it was a great experience, obviously, but I just felt me being away from home for so long, I wanted to be able to see my mom, my dad, my younger brother. I'm real tight with my parents, so them being 7 hours away and me being 20 minutes up the road, it was a no-brainer for me.
I get that. I keep it family close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess we could get into a little bit of the music talk. We gotta ask, what made you get into music? Pretty cliche question, but
Oh man, I started acting first.
Oh, damn.
When I started playing basketball, I had this epiphany coming to Jesus moment where when you get out of college, and this go for I'll give you some game, bro, because I'm a little bit older than you, bro, but when you get out of college, you got that little transitional period where you're all right, what I'm gonna do with my life now that I'm done with school?
Yeah.
Because most people don't really get to get a job straight out of college in the field that they want to work in, bro. People say, oh yeah, it's easy to do that. It's not, bro. It's not like that, bro. And some people don't even know what they want to do. I changed my major 3 times.
Damn.
And if you would have asked me, my last year of college, if I was going to be making music and acting, I would have laughed at you, bro. I'd be I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself out there in front of no camera.
Yeah.
But I asked myself at the time, I was what is the next coolest job next to being in the NBA? And I thought long and hard about it. I was well, probably being on TV in some form of capacity, whether that's acting, broadcasting, communications, something in front of a camera where you gotta entertain an audience.
Yeah.
So I started I went ahead and got me an acting coach. My mom fronted the money for me to do it. Shout out to her because I know a lot of moms wouldn't have done that. wouldn't have done that for no 23-year-old. She would have been like, get a damn job, boy. You better go fill out the job application. My mom has always supported me in everything I wanted to do. So she got me an acting coach. I started taking acting lessons. And I loved it, man. I was always like a drama child, even when I was playing basketball. My mom has two children, me and my younger brother. He's the one that's introverted and don't leave the house. I'm the one that like to get out there and like entertain the audience. Like I was a kid dancing when we had like parties at the house and whatnot. I danced for everybody and whatnot. Yeah. But so when I started taking the acting thing seriously, man, I went ahead and got me an agent. I was going on auditions, doing all this other stuff, and I had always had a love for music, but like I just never knew how to go about pursuing it. Yeah. So I was on the set of a TV show one day, and one of the other actors was a producer. So we just, chopping it up in between takes, just talking. Yeah. And I found out that he had like a studio, and he was trying to start his own record label at the time. I was like, yo, bro, like I ain't never really tried music before. Yeah. But I always wanted to, and like I could actually like sing a little bit. Like I've like sang all the time for like my friends. I'm just, fucking around, whatever the case may be. And I was like, I got a pretty decent voice, and I never really took singing lessons or nothing like that. Yeah. So he was like, all right, bro, you know what? Why don't you come by my studio maybe next week or whatever, and I'm gonna give you some stuff to work with, and let's see what you can come up with. I wrote my first song in probably like 3 hours, and I went and recorded it a week later. It's on my YouTube channel. It's called Move On, and it's at like 143K views. Oh damn! Yeah, it went viral. My first song went viral.
That's fire.
Like that was, and I told everybody, people don't believe me. I was like, yo, like that's literally like the first song I ever wrote. Yeah. Like I literally just sat down in a chair and just closed the door. I started writing. It's basically a song about leaving a toxic relationship. Because at the time I was going through some shit with a woman that I was dealing with, and it was my fault in terms of as to why it ended. But like instead of me like just holding in all my emotions, I was like, I'm gonna put this in like in a song, in like an artistic type of way. Right. So I went ahead and did that, and immediately like all my friends were like, yo, bro, like you gotta like try to put some money behind this or something. It's actually a sample of an older Janae Aiko song, so I couldn't drop it on DSPs, but I put it on YouTube. Okay. And everybody watches like, bro, y'all go check out the video whenever we get out of here, bro. It's for sure. It's a nice little 3 minute and 22 seconds of cinematic art, which it's easily to depict what's going on based on the song and the storyline of the video. So yeah, that was my first song, bro, and I think I wrote that in like 2022. Yeah. And I've been taking it seriously ever since.
Okay, that's what's up. So I do want to ask, since that was your first song, and you did just like pop off immediately, like I know a lot of people when they drop their first song, they're like, I don't know, they really not trying to, jack that, like damn, like they're kind of embarrassed about it. Like, how do you feel about your first song?
Bro, you want to do this entertainment shit, bro, you can't be afraid to put yourself out there. It's a fact. I literally was just telling somebody this yesterday, my boy, because he wanted to get into like the acting and the music and he wants to do a stand-up comedy, but he's like, bro, I don't know if I'm in a room like this and it's like 10 people in there and like I tell 3 jokes and nobody laugh, like I'm just walk on stage. I was like, bro, you can't be like that, bro, because I know for a fact when I started taking music, acting, and all that seriously, I know it was people who had known me from when I was a basketball player, probably sending my shit in their group chat or whatnot, talking shit about it, and like that's fine with me. Yeah. Like, bro, I don't sleep at night over that, bro. Yeah. You should be more concerned if they're not saying anything about you at all. That's a good point. Look, bro, if you post something and you get 5 comments and 2 of them are people trolling you, that's better than you getting no comments at all. Right? I mean, yeah, because
I had to remind like a friend of mine, like, they was talking about like, damn, like I just dropped a TikTok, only got like 50 likes. I'm like, yo, imagine a room full of 50 motherfuckers. Yeah, bro. All saying like, yo, I fuck with your shit. So it's like, bro. I mean, people just gotta start being a little bit more easier on themselves. That's why I feel like
you can't be afraid to put yourself out there, bro, to be critiqued, because people are gonna say what they want to say about your art, bro. What matters is, and this is one of the things that the actor that I had met on set that gave me my start in doing music, he said, bro, do you like it? Do you like this record? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Then that's all that matters. If you like it, put it out there. Because I tell you what, in music, it's a little bit different in terms of like different forms of art. But music, a song that you think might be trash, there is someone else on the other side of the world who thinks that that's the greatest song that's ever been written. So it's all perspective at this point, bro. I can't tell you, me and my best friend, we go back and forth all the time, bro. I'll play a song, I'll be like, bro, this is a great song. He'll sit here next to me, and he'll be like, bro, this song fucking sucks. Turn this shit off. Man, him and I are best friends. So, like, everybody's opinion, like, there's going to be people who like it, there's going to be people who hate it. What matters is, are you okay with it? If you think that you really put your all into it creatively, and you think that you put enough time and effort, and this is a piece of art that you think that you can be proud of, bro, put it out there, bro. Because you never know. You too busy worried about whether people are not going to like it. What if you put it out there and it goes viral? Like how I did with my first song. Put this shit out there. What if I was like, I don't know if I like this video. I don't know if I like the way I was singing this. Then what? I would have missed out on that opportunity.
That's a fact. I fuck with it, dog. I dab you up on that.
Oh, come on, bro.
Sure, you got dab up. But nah, more so to like, stay in the music, I guess like earlier in your music career, right? So like, who did you listen to a lot like growing up? Like who would you say like, I guess inspired your sound, if you had to pick someone?
First person was Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Bro, Michael Jackson was the greatest of all time, the greatest that ever will be. And I don't even think it's close, to be honest. When I was like 5, my mom, again, we would have like these big parties in my house. And my mom had like this old record player, and she would put on the Thriller album, and I would just go crazy from front to back. From front to back. I know damn near I'm not gonna say every possible Michael Jackson choreography, but I probably know like 70% of it. You put a music video on right now, stand right for Halloween for Thriller.
For sure. We're gonna drop that in the description in the YouTube channel.
Make sure y'all go peep that, man. Because it's a little dope piece of content where like I basically kind of, not only do I dress up as Michael, but I kind of go back and forth with myself. Like a version of myself, like how I'm dressed like right now, and a version of myself dressed up as Michael Jackson. Yeah. But it's dope, man. Make sure y'all check that out, bro. It's a little dope piece of content. I've always wanted to do something Thriller related for Halloween, because like Thriller is a Halloween anthem. Yeah. Like when you think of like Christmas, you think of the Mariah Carey song. When you think of Halloween, you think of Thriller. Yeah. I always wanted to do something for Halloween, Michael Jackson related, and this year I finally pulled the trigger. I was like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. That's fine. I've always made excuses over the years and like didn't come. Something came up last minute, or I couldn't be in this certain spot, or I didn't have enough time to order the costume this year. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. And bro, it's going crazy on my Instagram right now. I got copyrighted on YouTube and TikTok. They took my shit down. But
like the music itself, right?
Yeah, and I tried to like add the song to it so that they wouldn't copyright it, and they still wasn't going for it, bro. So that's another thing. You creators out there, bro, be aware of copyright. You can't just post other people's stuff and think that it's not gonna get taken down. I mean, in certain cases you will get away with it, but in most cases they're gonna flag your shit.
So like, I guess how do you balance like being, an artist and also just like life in general? Like how is that like? Because I know artists or any creator really just puts in countless hours into their craft. So like, how do you go about doing that?
I mean, like music is a hobby for me. Like it don't pay my bills. Okay. It's something that like I love to do in my spare time. I love to do it for fun. I love to be creative. Yeah. But like I got a life outside of it. I got friends. I got family. Yeah. I got other stuff that distracts me from whenever I got shit going on in my life. Like I still work in basketball. I coach the kids now that I don't play anymore. That's fine. Which is like that's like my way of giving back. Yeah. And I love doing it because ain't no use in me withholding everything that I learned over the years and not giving it to the next generation. That's selfish. So.
Yeah. Were you coaching that? If you want to ask me.
I got 2 teams. I got a 9th grade team and I got a 6th and 7th grade AAU team. Oh damn. And matter of fact, I really just came. They had 2 games earlier today. And it's a lot, man, but at the end of the day, like, I love doing it. I love giving back. I love when kids call me and or when parents pull me to the side and say, thank you for putting your arm around my son as an older brother and, showing him what you learned, because obviously they know about where I played at and where I came from. So just being able to give them what I learned in any way, shape, or form, bro, it helps me sleep at night, for
So like, are you like, I guess coming back over to like the acting portion, because you said music doesn't really like, I don't know, pay the bills, or you don't put as much into it. Are you like still acting as well? Or?
I do both, man.
Yeah.
Acting and music is different though. Like,
yeah.
if I had to give some advice to somebody who's starting off in the music game, bro, you're gonna need two things. You're gonna need some money. That's the first thing you're gonna need. You're gonna need some fucking bread, bro.
Yeah.
You cannot do music if you broke. Unless you know like a whole bunch of people. You cannot do music if you broke. You're gonna have to have some coins saved up. Second thing you're gonna need some connections. Alright, because you're not gonna be able, it's gonna be hard for you to break in if you just throwing money at a project. You need to get out there and meet people who make these type of decisions in terms of how they push your song, your album, your mixtape, your project out to a huge audience. Because without fans, bro, it's hard. This music shit, you could post this shit and 5 of your homies can listen to it, but realistically, that's not gonna put you on, bro. You gotta figure out a way to get that to like 500,000 people, 50,000 people. That's when you start you can start making snaps. You can start moving your shit. Mm-hmm. So you gotta have some money, and you gotta have some connections, or you gotta get out there. You gotta meet people. Yeah. People gotta like you. Like I always use a quote from Shaq. Shaq says, "Bro, it costs you no damn money to be nice to everybody. Everybody can, regardless of how bad of a mood you could be in, you having the worst fucked up day. Be nice to everybody, because you never know when somebody gonna have to reach back. They might be able to help you, but you was acting like a dickhead that day. You fucked that up." Yeah. But yeah, bro. And then obviously acting is a little bit different. Acting is a little bit of the same thing from a perspective is where you gotta. It's almost like a secret society, almost. Okay. Like you have to know the right people. Yeah. And you gotta know the right people who are willing to give you the opportunity to go out there and showcase your talent. Because there are a whole lot of talent, bro. You know how many talented actors I fucking know that could easily be on a major network television show, but they just don't have the connections, bro. They weren't given the opportunity. And a lot of people, I literally just said this in an interview maybe a month ago at this party in New York. I was saying, yo, this entertainment shit is not gonna happen for you when you want it to happen for you. It's gonna happen when it's meant to happen for you. And the problem is a lot of these artists and these creators quit before they can get to that point. So if you're an actor and you start acting, you do this shit for like 5 years and you don't book nothing, and you quit, your break could have been year 6, but you quit, we'll never know. Yeah. Or your break could have been year 10, but you didn't get to that point. So it all depends on how badly do you really want to do this shit. Because a lot of people say they want to do this shit for the attention. Obviously I want to be famous, I want to have influence, I want to have this, I want to have that. Bro, but do you really enjoy the craft? Do you really enjoy making art and putting your shit out there for people to relate to? I do. So the fact that I ain't got no deal yet, or I don't have 1 million streams on Spotify, that shit doesn't bother me because I'm having fun doing this. Thanks. So and a lot of people might say, well, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but I'm not getting the traction that I want. Bro, so what? Are you happy? Are you happy doing what you're doing? Then it shouldn't matter. And eventually, somebody's gonna catch on. It's almost like you trying to start a fucking campfire with just straight wood and leaves. Eventually, some shit's gonna pop, and then you're gonna start a fire. Right. But sometimes it takes a while to do that shit. It might have rained last night. You can't fucking start a fucking fire by rubbing 2 pieces of wood together. Pause. But yeah, bro. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. Acting and music. I started doing music because I figured that there would be another way for me to segue into acting. Okay. So you using it as a platform. I was using the music to get into acting, and then eventually, when I started taking the music more seriously, I was like, damn, I like doing this music shit. Yeah. Right now, probably in the last, I don't know, probably the entire summer, I've probably been putting more effort into the music rather than the acting. Now I still get auditions here and there, and I still obviously get my self-tapes in all the time, and I booked a couple projects here and there, but at the same time, acting comes and goes. It's not fluent. You might book a job in February, bro. You might not book another fucking job until October. Damn. So in the meantime,
it's inconsistent like that.
Yes, bro. You can unless you rock The Rock or Leonardo DiCaprio. That's different. But when you first starting out, bro, and you trying to make a name for yourself, and you're trying to Get your name out here to all these casting directors who make the decisions in terms of who gets picked for this damn project, or producers who write this project with somebody in mind, or write this role with somebody in mind. Bro, it's difficult, bro. You might book some shit 1 month and not touch. I think I booked a project in like February. I ain't booked no work again until August. That's 5 months. That's what I'm saying. When you first start off as an artist, bro, you better have, that better not be your only form of income, bro. You're gonna have to, people not trying to hear this shit, bro, but you gonna have to get a fucking job, bro. You gonna have to get a job. And you gonna have to do something that is able to hold you over until your other shit, the shit that you really wanna do, until it starts clicking. And there's no timetable for that, bro. So I don't know how, people are like, well, how long am I gonna have to do that? I don't fucking know. Only person who knows is God.
That's a fact.
Bro, nobody knows how, you could be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. I've met people who have been acting for like 25, 30 years, bro. And haven't booked, they not in the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Alright, so you mentioned like, people 5 years in, they're like, okay, I'm gonna quit. I'm not feeling the best about it. Year 6, they can quit. Now, when someone's like 20 years in, are you still giving them that same advice, or are you like, brother, it might be time?
Well, it depends, because if you go at this shit for 20 years, bro, and nothing popped for you, I find it very hard to believe that you did not have at least one fucking opportunity, bro.
True.
You might have had one opportunity and you might have squandered that motherfucker, or you didn't take it as seriously as you should have, or you didn't show up when you were supposed to show up. Because, bro, if you're really putting yourself out here, going to these events, turning in these self-tapes, submitting yourself for different projects, whether it might not even be a damn principal role where you got lines, you might show up as, look, I just want to be extra. I just want to be extra. And then I'm going to get on set, and then I'm going to network. I'm going to try to find a casting director, introduce myself, give them my name, or I'm going to try to get my SAG card. SAG is like, the union that protects actors and make sure they get paid on time when they're supposed to. So every major network thing that you see on television, that's SAG. You can't get on Law and Order without your SAG card. You can't get on Power without your SAG card. You can't be in Marvel without your SAG card. So that kind of like, it's like tiers of actors. So like when you start off acting, you're probably non-union, meaning that you do, the low budget projects and shit. And then if you get to a point where you can become a member of SAG, that is kind of like the segue to, all right, I'm in the upper echelon of this shit now. I'm not fucking with the people who like just started acting last week. Like now you're really doing it with people who got agents, people who got representation, people who have managers. Meaning you gotta step shit up a little bit. Because the pool is a little bit, it's almost like, when you play high school sports, bro, you go from playing freshman JV, now you're playing varsity.
Yeah. It's levels to it.
There you go, it's levels to this shit. Right. So I forgot where I was going with that shit, but at the same time, bro, you gotta, if you go at something for 20 fucking years, bro, consistently, like 20 years consistently, you didn't go through 2 years and you took 4 years off and then started again at 6, 7, 9. Consistently, bro, you have to have had at least one opportunity, bro. Unless you was just walking around being a dickhead to everybody, which, again, that means you probably didn't want that shit that bad anyway.
Word. Back on to the music tip. I believe you said you have a tape dropping in about 12 days, right? 15?
I'm dropping a single. Dropping a single on the 15th. It's called Money on My Mind.
Okay, fine.
That'll be the 5th single I've dropped this year.
Okay.
So if you can say, if you can look at my discography right now, at least you can say I'm being consistent.
Yeah.
I haven't taken like 6 months to a year off of music. Now after I drop this single, I'm gonna chill out for a little bit. Okay. Kind of focus on the marketing tip, and because ain't no use. This is another tip that I'll give all y'all artists out here. Ain't no use in you dropping all this damn music and you ain't got no money to promote it. Because you just putting this shit out on SoundCloud, you got like 50 fucking songs. First of all, anybody who's got any type of clout in the industry is not gonna go through 50 to 100 of your songs on SoundCloud. Like, I believe in like quality over quantity. If you go to my Spotify page, bro, it's 4 singles up there.
Nah, we was looking at it last night. We was like, damn.
There's 4 singles up there, bro. Again, so that's what? 12 minutes of your fucking day? If I had 35 singles up, you're not listening to that shit. You might listen to like 10 of them. I'm like, you understand, bro? I got shit to do with me as anybody.
Yeah, because I'll admit, like, I was able to listen to all your songs and actually, like, listen to them again over, like, that was like an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And, like, most people, like, I bet they're not gonna listen to at least like 2 albums, 3 albums.
No,
They're gonna listen to 1 album, and if they fuck with it, then they're gonna keep tuning in. Yeah,
but what's his best song on this shit? I'm gonna play that one, and that one.
And that literally gonna be the best songs though. That'd be the craziest part.
That's what I'm, bro. So that's another thing, bro. Artist wise, bro, quality over quantity. Don't just crap out a bunch of shit and put it out there and be like, oh well, one of these is gonna pop, bro. Because chances are, bro, we live in a day and age where like everybody got a small ass attention span, bro. When you scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, bro, are you really gonna watch a video that's longer than 45 to 60 seconds? Are you gonna stay for the whole fucking video? It better be really, really fucking intriguing.
But I realized people actually put like their hook in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's what's been catching me, honestly.
That's
like,
the bait.
I would watch a video, I'll be like, yeah, you know, I kind of like it, and then I would go to another video that hooks in the beginning, and it's like I'm intrigued. Like I want to see what happens at the end.
Mm-hmm. Which is again like when you creating content, bro. That's another thing for you to think about. You got about 5 seconds to hook your viewer. What are you gonna do in that 5 seconds for the person who's in front of their damn phone like this to not scroll up and look at your fucking phone? That's all about content creation, being creative. Like, how am I going to? I think the term for it is called audience retention.
Yeah.
How am I going to keep you here? All right, I brought you here. Now, how am I going to keep you here so you don't get bored after the first 20 seconds and then go look at somebody else's shit?
Word. Okay. So like, you're saying musically, like how would you go about doing that musically, would you say? I mean, I know it's like a 3-minute song, it's a bit different, you know, we're grading out on a different scale, but like, how would you go about doing that musically? Because someone could listen to like the first 30 seconds of a song and be like, and you know what I mean?
So there's a lot of different ways you could probably keep people music-wise. I mean, when I started doing the music shit, I wanted to make songs that like I felt like everybody could relate to. I was not gonna do no drill rapping, respectfully. Like I know that there's people who pay their bills with drill rapping. I'm just not one of them. I wanted to move in the triangle of hip hop, R&B, pop, and I wanted to move just like that. So like if you listen to any of my records, it will be one of those 3 genres. Yeah. So I guess in the music thing, like there's a lot of ways you can get people to get hooked on your shit. You could create a dope ass piece of content that has a song playing in the background, and then that might click like, yo, that video caught my attention, but like, what was that song that was playing in the background? Bro, that's literally how every new song I hear, that's how I found it on TikTok. I'll give y'all an example. Like again, I'm probably gonna catch flack for this, but before the VMAs in July, I had no idea who Sabrina Carpenter was. I had no idea who she was.
I know the name, but I can't name the song.
I had no idea who she was, bro. But then when I heard her do the song, I don't know if it was Espresso or Please, Please, Please. There's a line in Please, Please, Please that was going viral on TikTok. And I saw that unsubconsciously like months before because a bunch of girls were like doing a trend for it. And then when she did it live, I was like, oh, that's the song that I heard on TikTok. So again, like that's just another way, like, and I really hate the fact that like now artists who are trying to break into the game, they need TikTok to break in because there's no longevity in it. I can give you like 10 different motherfuckers who went viral on TikTok for one record and now they're not even doing music no more. Yeah. Or their label dropped them because they said, you know what, you had this viral hit, we thought that you like had some longevity, we put all this money behind you and you failed us.
That's another question I was gonna ask you actually. How do you feel about like the state of music like at this current moment?
It's bad, bro. Yeah. It's really, really bad. Like this is the music. I was listening to a stream last week and dude was saying, bro, like the music industry is like basically in a recession right now. None of these labels are taking money and putting it behind any new artists. All the money's going to the artists that they've already like proven themselves. So like, if you are independent, and again, like, I feel like where I'm at right now, because being independent is fucked up, bro. You gotta fit the bill for everything, bro. I damn near go broke trying to do music. And not even making the music, it's marketing the music afterwards. Like, it's cool to go to the studio, record the record, you get a beat from one of your boys, You know, you get your other mans to engineer it, mix and master. All right, cool, I got a song. I get a dope ass cover art. I'm ready to drop it. I'm gonna upload this shit to DistroKid, TuneCore, whatever the case may be. All right, the song's out there. Now what? Bro, you gotta pay. You gotta pay bread, and that's at any level. Drake, Nicki Minaj, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, bro, they got a budget. Every time they drop music, which goes back to what I just said like 10 minutes ago, ain't no use you dropping all this fucking music. You ain't got no fucking bread to promote it. Even the big dogs and this shit, like Travis Scott, bro, you think his label don't give him a budget every time he drop music to do whatever they gotta do to market it? That's up to him and his team. But when you independent, your budget is whatever money you got in your bank account.
Yeah, and as an independent creator, like the main thing that I guess I've been struggling with is trying to put myself out there while also like just creating content. Because I feel like sometimes I'll focus on creating the content, but then I would forget afterwards, like, oh yeah, like I should be promoting this before and afterwards. Like I would only do like either before or after. So like me being early in the game, I feel like later down the line, like that's something that like I just have to reinforce. And like a lot of people.
The best thing I can tell you, bro, is you gotta be consistent with it, bro. If content creation is really what you really want to do long term, because I've seen like I'm pretty sure y'all have both seen it, bro. There's people who change their fucking life with this content creation shit. Look at Drewski.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember Drewski in like 2019, nobody knew who he was. And when he started doing them skits and the pandemic hit and everybody was in their house on their fucking phone, bro, it literally changed his whole fucking life. Logan Paul, same shit. Him and Jake Paul were making YouTube videos. I remember that shit in like 2016, 2017, 2018. Now look at them. They flipped that into being professional fighters.
Mike Tyson and shit.
Yeah, bro, like that all started from them putting themselves out there consistently. So like, bro, it really can change your fucking life. You just have to be consistent with it. Like you can't do this shit for like 3 months and then chill. Take 6 months off. It's not gonna happen for you that way.
But I feel like the consistency can, in a way, also lead into the marketing. Because if people see that you're consistent, then it already draws more eyes. And then once you start promoting, then it just draws even more eyes. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, in a way, it's kind of like a combo effect.
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, you're right. Because, again, if you post something that goes viral in January and then you don't post again until April, you're a fucking idiot, bro.
Yeah.
The minute you get something that goes viral, you should be posting like every 5 minutes. Because it's almost like, it's almost as if like when an artist has a hit record and you see them doing a press run and going every fucking media outlet station doing interviews, doing the hot wing shit, or doing the lyric shit on Genius, bro. Like when you're hot, when you finally get some shit to pop, bro, you shouldn't sleep. You should really stay up like all damn day trying to figure out. Not so much trying to figure out, but you should be dropping more and more shit because you have so many eyes on you. This is not the time for you to chill. Any idea that you have for a content, if you get one video to go viral and you say you had like 3 videos in your drafts that like you were like, they're not really done yet. I might want to edit something. Bro, post all 3 of them shits right now. Because you never know. This is the perfect time for you to do it. You wait until the flame that you got dies down and then you post it, bro. It's called striking while the iron is hot. And it kind of goes back to what you said about being consistent, because if you're consistent, eventually you're going to get that one flame, that one video that pops off. And then when that video does pop off, you need to turn it up a little bit. You need to go harder. Instead of you posting 1 reel a day, you should probably post like 3. Because then them shits are going to go viral. Because you got all this traction and this traffic that's coming to your page. Because I'm sure I've done it plenty of times. If I see somebody get reposted by like a Bleacher Report or like, I don't know, like a World Star or like a Rap TV, and I click to see where this video came from and I go to the person's page, I'll probably scroll through like 3 or 4 of their reels. I'm not going to go through their whole shit, but, you know, I'll probably go through like 3 or 4 of their reels, and then what if one of them shits make me laugh, I'll send it to my mans. It makes sense. And then, bro, then the algorithms start going crazy for you. They send it to somebody else, and then it ends up on somebody else's Explore page. But you don't even get to that point if you don't post.
Right, so
gotta post, bro. Post the content, bro. I was in bed last night. I was getting ready to fall asleep. I was on TikTok, and I literally saw a girl say, she said, look, I made this TikTok. It took me about 5 minutes to make it. Didn't think anything of it. Posted it. I made $10,000 over the last 3 months off that TikTok. Bro, that's life-changing money.
What was the TikTok?
I forgot what she did some stupid shit. I think she was cooking or some shit. No, like it wasn't nothing like complicated.
10 bands.
10 bands off of the TikTok Creator Fund. Bro, post whatever you got in your fucking drafts. Post it. When y'all chop this shit up, post it, because I can't tell you how many fucking short clips from like a podcast interview like this. It comes on my For You page, somebody spitting some real shit. Shit go viral. Y'all monetize it, y'all get paid off of that, bro. You get paid. So you're putting money back into your pocket after you spent the money investing in yourselves by making all of this happen.
That's what
you want, right?
I'm not gonna lie, this shit is really like a teacher moment.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. And people don't understand this shit, bro, because you might hear what I'm saying now, and you might go really hard for like a week, and then some shit might come up, and then next thing you know, I check in with y'all by Christmas, and I ain't seen no videos from y'all. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all missing out. Because there's people out here getting life-changing money for doing stupid shit. Y'all are doing shit that at least this has meaning to it. Yeah. This is what's the word I'm looking for? At least this is substance. Y'all aren't like the girl who flashed that portal in Times Square to the people who was in Poland.
No, people had her trending, and then I heard that from her trending, she started promoting her OnlyFans.
Yeah, bro, she went to my school. I went to school with her. But again, that just goes to show, like, if she could do that and end up rich, y'all can do this and end up richer. I'm not hating on the girl, shit. I know plenty of girls that do OF. Shit, the bills gotta get paid somehow.
And it's gonna be horny.
Yeah, look, the bills gotta be paid somehow. Alright, I think the only downside of it is if you ever want to have a child, and your kid's gonna go to school, and kids you can't look at them some type of way when your kids start getting bullied because you were popping your pussy on OnlyFans 20 years ago. So that's something that's gotta come into your mind when you're thinking about doing this shit. But again, at the end of the day, I ain't hating on nobody because the bills gotta get paid somehow. And if you got a way to run up some dough off of some horny motherfuckers, then shit, do it. I ain't hating.
But nah, if we could come back into music, right? Well, as we were looking through, like, your Apple Music and stuff, you noticed a lot of it was singles. So, like, how do you feel about like collaborating with other artists and things like that?
I think that's down the pipe for me. I think maybe next year when I get done, because like my plan for this year originally was to like, I wanted to drop like 5-6 singles, give people a taste of like what I could do as an artist, and then I think next year I might do a project, and then once I get that out of the way, then I'll start doing features.
Okay.
I really wanted to like show people like, look, this is what I could do all by myself on a record, because like I'm like a hybrid. Like there's some songs that if y'all listen, like there's some songs where I'm singing, there's other songs where I'm rapping, there's songs where I'm doing both. There's songs where I'm like in that melodic rapping, like that tweener kind of phase where like, yeah, he's rapping, but he's rapping with a melody behind it. So I really wanted to like show people what I could do by myself first. Then I wanted to go do a project that could be like collective, because all my singles are like different. Like when you listen to one song and you play the track, you go to the next song. Like they're all like, it's a completely different vibe, a completely different headspace. So once I get that out of the way with this last single that I'm gonna drop for the year, next year I'll probably start doing a project. But again, like it all comes back down to money, bro. Why would I go and put out another project when I got 5 singles out right now and I really didn't put any like serious money into promoting them? Why don't you take your money and put those into the music that you dropped last year? Because there's plenty of artists who dropped music and the shit didn't pop off right away. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, my man who works security for a whole lot of artists, he was telling me a couple months back, he was like, yo, that Fetty Wap Trap Queen shit, you know that it popped off in 2015, but he made that song in 2013.
Damn, I didn't know that.
So, like, he spent 2 years, like, trying to get that song fucking hot.
Yeah. And
eventually it worked. So, again, that all goes back to what I previously said. What if he would have quit after 6 months? Then what? What if he would have quit? So, oh, they're really not fucking with this, bro. Like, yeah. I'll make another record, or I'll do something else with my time.
Yeah.
We would have never had that record. So obviously, like I got plenty of more music in the fucking tuck that like I just haven't released yet. Like every artist should, but at the same time, like, why put out a project when you've already put out this music and you haven't promoted it to the fullest of your ability yet? Whether that means financially or just networking purposes as it is.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, it'll happen. And there's a whole lot of other artists out there who like I genuinely fuck with, who I would like to get on the track with. Yeah. And it'll happen when the time is right.
In terms of like beat selection, right? Cause I went through your music. Like, what do you look for when you are like in the studio listening to beats and shit like that?
I gotta sit with it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But every song is different. Like there's some songs that I gotta sit with, and then there's some songs like I can hear the first 10 seconds. I'm like, I need this shit.
Yeah.
Give me this record. Like the one that I'm dropping on the 15th, the Money on My Mind record, bro. I heard that shit for the first time. I was like, I need that. I told the producer, I was like, give me that record. I'll send you the bread for it right now. Like I didn't even have to like. I didn't even need to get to the end of the fucking duration of the track. I think when I got it was like 4 minutes. I got through the first like 15 seconds. I was like, give me that beat. And then I wrote the song for like maybe me and my mans. We had sat down and wrote it probably like 3 days after that. So everything is different. There's some songs that you like hear immediately and like you're like, yeah, I need that because I know exactly what I'm gonna do with it right now. And there's other songs that you might have to sit with for a little bit. Like there's one of the tracks that I got out called One Day One. That's like my theme song. Mm-hmm. I didn't pick that beat immediately. It was a part of a pack of like maybe like 5 instrumentals. And I went through the pack like maybe like 3 or 4 times. And I was driving. I forgot where the fuck I was going. But I got to that instrumental and I was literally just sitting in the car and I was like, one day one, the one day one. I'm out in LA and I'm on my own, thousands of miles away from my home, but back in the city I'm putting them on. Bro, I pulled the car over, I pulled my phone out and I was like, let me write this shit down before I forget it. But yeah, bro, every record is different, man. And I got a team around me too. Like I got a producer who I work with pretty consistently. I got a guy who he's got writing credits on a lot of my shit as well. So like I might not hear some shit and they might hear it. They be like, yo, like you need to do this with this record. Yeah. And then I'll just get in the studio and then I'll probably like see it at that point when I get in the booth.
Thanks. Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like this is a great episode. I got some people I want to plug you in with. We can do that after the episode because, the goal of the show is to really connect Jersey and just have this collaboration. So I'm gonna lock you in with some people, you know what I mean? And yeah, you got any parting words you want to say, you know what I mean, to the pod?
Oh man, I appreciate y'all having me, bro. And for real, like just the best piece of advice I could give y'all. Just be consistent with this shit, bro. Because this shit really can change your whole fucking life. I've seen it happen. And obviously it's gonna be hard. There's gonna be hard times. There might be some periods where you might get discouraged and shit, bro. Just push through that shit, bro. Because that's what life is. And not everything's gonna be easy breezy with no hiccups and no bumps in the road. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Make sure y'all check out my single that drops on 11/15, man. Money on My Mind. Sure. And that's my last drop of the year. Y'all can follow me everywhere at nickkbrookss on all platforms. I made sure I did that shit years ago. When I was in like the 8th grade, bro, I made sure that I had the same ad name for every single possible social media. So it makes it easier for like people to find me. Right. But yeah, y'all check out my music. All out on DSPs. They Want Nick. And
go play this shit.
Yeah, man. And y'all can tap in with my merch on my website, theywannick.com/shop. So appreciate y'all having me, man.
Sure.
Appreciate you too.
We out.